Max's experiences through sailing have helped him learn the meaning of perseverance in his everyday life.
Perseverance is important in life. I am 13 years old, but I learned the importance of perseverance from the age of 8 when I started sailing. Normally, I'm on my own, so I have to handle the rudder, trim the sail, feel the wind, keep an eye out for other sailors, boats, and obstacles, and safely reach my destination. In other words, there's a lot going on, and there are a lot of distractions. On that first day, attempting to catch the puff of wind in my sail, I flipped and flopped, falling out, getting soaking wet as I was dunked into the water. Even though I was frustrated, I still managed to get right back on and try again. It was exhausting. I could not get the boat moving forward for longer than a few minutes, over and over again. This frustration began to turn to motivation. After all, being surrounded by all that water, did I have a choice? At first, I felt like a failure. This feeling was one that was all too familiar to me, especially at that time. You see, school was a challenge for me. There were so many distractions I had to learn to ignore, but each day in school, I found myself struggling simply just to stay focused and to complete my assignments. Falling and picking myself back up was something I had to struggle with. At 8 years old, you don't really notice you're doing something wrong when you see someone else doing it right. But on that little boat, something started to change. There was something about the feeling of the wind and knowing that I had control and that the wind did not have absolute control over me. I could harness its power to work for me with perseverance. On the water, you never know what's coming your way. 1 minute, you're talking to your friend and don't even notice another boat that's ready to take you out. Think fast. What to do? Tack, jibe, or run into the boat? That's where paying attention is necessary. No matter what else is happening, you must pay attention. The wind doesn't always blow the way you want it to. The waves aren't always with you, and your equipment isn't always working correctly. But that's the way life works, right? Slowly, I realized that nothing really happens exactly the way you want it to. If my sailboat couldn't do what I wanted, I would just have to adapt by changing course or recovering my boat from a capsize. As I took my boat out on the water each week, I still faced the same difficulties, but each and every time I was learning how to become a better sailor. I was learning from my mistakes, and I started applying the same practice of realizing the power of perseverance, whether it was reading a new book, writing a paper, or learning a new math concept. Sailing taught me to successfully climb hurdles and to persevere through life's challenges. When I first started sailing, I had a hard time concentrating and paying attention. There were so many things to take notice of all at once, like pulling in the lines while knowing the direction of the wind and keeping a constant watchful eye of my surroundings. Sailing sharpened my concentration skills, because if I didn't stay focused, I wouldn't stay dry and would crash, flip over, and possibly injure myself or other sailors. As I developed my skills while sailing, I realized I was also increasing my potential in class. I trained my brain to pay attention, and concentration is a skill I've developed and will use for the rest of my life. At times, I failed, but failing helped me succeed. As a matter of fact, I don't think anyone can truly succeed if they have never failed. If you really want to reach your goal, failing will only make you work harder. Thank you.